Right.
Yeah.
Hi, this News 5 tonight.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, guys. If
Hi,
you happen
hi.
to see us, help us to like and share, like and
Like and share, like and share.
想找不到你呢。
来，我们一起 share。诶，quite clear。
啊，不错，它的 restart 过后好很多。Hi, have your lunch already?
诶
We will start in
卡住
5 minutes.
不是卡住，
我的卡住了。
有吗？OK 啊
有没有卡，
我这边 OK 啊，看上面也 OK 嘞，
你看你的。
quite smooth.
Very blurred.
Hello, is there anyone in the house?
Yeah, we got 2.
Two.
Yeah,
你的好像很好哦，
OK 啊，
为什么你的这样子？Mine is like
电话的问题啦。
哦，
Yeah, you can ready.
Yep. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live once again.
Yo, have your lunch ready?
Okay, well, yeah, have your lunch ready. Share with us. Come say hi if you happen to be in our group chat right now.
Yeah. What do
Yes.
you What do you eat
What do you eat?
for lunch?
Yeah, what do you have for lunch? Okay, in 2 minutes time we will officially start.
Yeah.
Alright?
Oh sorry，太大声了。
叮叮叮叮叮。
Yes, come. Tell us more. Let us know what is your property insight. What are things that you want to know?
Okay.
有没有
What's a
If
top?
you happen to be in the house, say hi to us. Hello. Hi. What is the topic for today, is it?
Yes.
No, that one is every time Adrian will say on it.
But Adrian not in the house today.
Yeah, so then 我们就
Hi Adrian, where are you?
Yes, Adrian,
Adrian.
are you seeing this?
Yeah.
I think he's busy.
He texted me just now leh.
He text you what?
Just now.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you ask for?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Huh?
Talk up.
Talk. Okay,
Okay, we start lah.
let's start. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, I think today's topic right is very very interesting because for this year itself 2021, there are a total of 124 HDB transactions above 1 million.
Wow.
Wow,
Yes.
wow, incredible.
So really, we are for today's discussion, right? It's like trying to ask whether moving forward, basically, how do we actually feel about this 124 1 million properties? That's one. Moving forward, is it going to be a norm? What do y'all think about it? Okay, and number three, will this be something sustainable? Yes. So without further ado, I share some statistics that I just got. So I have this 2021 in total is 124 ma. It's just purely just 7 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Last
have
year?
this article that I got, okay, data based on May 31st, 2021. In total, they have a breakdown of how many HDB flat that was transacted above a mil. So, of course, central area, I guess Pinker at Duxton is already going up, above 1 mil. So, that's one. So, central area commands about 118, the highest, followed by Bishan, 74, Queenstown, 55. Okay, but let's take another look at the spectrum on the other side, whereby Hougang and Geylang has one each.
Yeah.
Alright, Ang Mo Kio 2, Serangoon 4, Clementi 12. Wow, because when we are talking about centralized area, of course, central area, Bishan, Queenstown, definitely centralized. But if you are talking about the other spectrum, which is Hougang, Geylang, Ang Mo Kio considered how
Yes.
central, but Hougang and Geylang is these two, right, and Clementi, these three, they are not really centralized.
No, Clementi also considered central.
I think
lah.
only Hougang lah. Hougang is really out
Yeah,
of central.
Hougang.
Yeah.
Hougang and
But,
Geylang lah.
yeah. What kind of unit can sell 1 million in Hougang?
Yeah.
Maybe those very big unit.
Yeah, you know last time I
Jumbo?
know. Jumbo.
Jumbo, Maisonette, EAEM.
But Jumbo is about 700 max maybe 800. Yeah, surprise me there's a 1 million HDB in Hougang.
Correct.
Yeah. Which is compared to last year, the figure is until today it's 4 times of last year.
4 times of last year lah.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, let's really go in depth lah. So how y'all feel, guys? How y'all feel about these 1 million properties, right? In Singapore itself? Because I think many of us will associate 1 million with condos, but not HDB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why people buy HDB above 1 million instead of buy private property.
Why?
Yeah.
I think basically is maybe the location.
Location
Location is one of the factor, I think.
Mm.
Because let's say for central area, I also understand why buyer are willing to pay more for maybe Queenstown or central area. Okay, because maybe they think that HDB is still the entitlement. Let's say for first timer, if they are eligible for the grant, everything lah. Yeah.
But grant you compare to 1 million the grant is a peanut already.
Correct.
Yeah. Maybe the couple only get about 50,000, 60,000 only, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or lesser.
Yeah.
But maybe their mentality is I'm still buying at a cheaper price in terms of maybe to compare private property over there.
But you consider for the TDSR and the MSR, right? If you buy a 1 million HDB compared to buy a 1 million 1 million condo, sorry. Yeah, so it's harder for you to buy a HDB above 1 million compared to you buy a condo at 1 million.
Correct.
Yeah, because of the TDSR and the MSR.
Right.
So meaning like people buy $1 million HDBs, their income is quite good lah.
Let me do a calculation.
Can be so, because for me myself, I market a DBSS, even in Tampines. I think it's not 1 million maybe the asking price is 880,000, and I see a lot of youngsters coming in to build my DBSS. Even so, I think those like foreigner, but they convert to Singaporean, they also coming in to buy those this kind of flat. So if you ask me why are buyers coming in to buy such a expensive HDB, I think partly they told me they want the space, because DBSF or even the HDB normal, they still have a very proper layout in terms of compared to the private.
But DBSS very big man.
Nope.
No, right?
As in terms of the layout wise, it's still good layout. Like EC layout wise, still very popular compared to the condo.
It's a condo layout lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no facilities
Understand.
right?
Yep.
So 1 million, let's say in Tampines, you can buy a condo for resale,
Can.
right?
Can.
Even the older one
Yep. But I think this is the dilemma that we always have, because I think as homeowners today, home buyers today, right, their perspective on HDB versus the condo. Of course, down here three of us we are real estate agents. So coming back, our thinking will be, hey, if I have 1 million, I think probably we will have a consensus that I will buy a condo. Right.
I agree.
Agree on that, right? So I just plunged on my calculator. In order for me to be able to buy a HDB flat worth of 1 million, my joint income must be 12,000, 12, close to 13.
at least without any other loan, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
you cannot have a car loan on hand, Yeah.
Okay, so but on contrast, because down here I'm stretching of 25 years. If let's say we are talking about condo, I'm easily can borrow up to 1.6.
Yes,
1.6
Yeah,
easily.
almost
and then,
double. Yeah.
Then I think if let's say 1.6, we can buy up to close to
Two over million. 2.1 something, 2.2, near to 2.2.
2.1.
Yeah.
2.1 million.
Yeah.
So you can see the so much of difference. So let's say, okay, come. So let's dissect. Why people will want to buy this? What do you think? You know,
Yeah. Maybe you guys can share with us.
yeah.
Yeah, because
If those in the
yeah.
house, right? There's a few of y'all down here probably want to say hi to us and share with us. Why do you think that people want to buy 1 million?
Yes, I also want to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if best, if you're one of those that actually buy 1 million properties, right? Maybe you can share with us. Not condo, must be HDB.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, from the data we can see mostly are the older HDBs mostly,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
But they have a same. Okay, they have something in common, which is they all in mostly in the central area.
Correct.
Secondly, the size is very big. Yeah, probably maybe it's easily above 1,500 square feet.
Wow, this
Above
one very
that?
subjective, right?
Is
Because
it?
you see, clinical abductions, I don't think their 5 bedroom are very huge.
Ah.
5-room flat, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, normal size, I think.
5 room. 5 room
Yeah.
flats. They might not be that huge,
But that
Yeah.
one is location.
So I think all of us we come up with a very good conclusion, I guess. Location, larger space.
Yeah.
Alright, because of course if you are going to get 1,005 square feet and above, you probably can a condo, then probably you have to really scratch your dollars to maybe about 1.9, 2 or even 2.5.
Yes.
Yeah, if you are talking about the location wise.
Yeah.
So location, space, and then I think it's also the lease here, because down here through this article from Straits Time, they say that most of all the units, right, it's not more than 20 years old. So the remaining lease also plays a part.
Yeah.
And maybe another thing is, partial the buyer should be, downsize for our private. Maybe, they want to cash out, retirement. We don't know.
Downgrade.
Yeah.
Maybe last time they stay in London, now they want to downgrade, but they used to the bigger size.
Correct.
Yeah, so they don't mind to buy a big HDB. They don't
Okay.
mind
It
to
can be
they don't mind to pay cash overvalue. Also possible, right?
Possible.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
so,
yeah.
so I actually want to use this as a case study because I think one of our teammate, 𝐸𝐥𝐥, okay, I always say he's our ghost partner.
Yes.
Yeah, he's always at the back doing something, you know. But of course, recently he has transacted a 1 million EA in Serangoon.
Yes.
So he's the 25%, because there's only 4 so he transacted 1.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yes.
So and then he shared with us that the person who actually buys is a 33 years old.
Wow.
This is very shocking because 33 years old to buy a location, definitely I would say that the location is actually quite near to MRT station. But to pay 1 over million for executive apartment. Wow.
Okay.
If 33 years old, will you all buy? If today you guys
Hard to say because right now
Okay.
we are in the real estate. We know that buy this property at 1 million. Is it worth? We don't know because future 5 years later I want to sell. How much can I sell?
Okay.
1.2, 1.3 for HDB.
one?
We don't know. So maybe to buyers mindset, they have no knowledge about HDB versus other project like private or EC.
Right.
Typically their mindset is HDB. First housing should be a HDB.
Hey, but just now you mentioned the price, right? You feel like a few years later, can I make profit?
Yeah.
Hey, but it seems back. Let's see about when I newly joined in this industry, real estate industry, right?
Yep.
A lot of people when we have coffee, we talk to each other, right? A lot of people asking, hey, do you think HDB will go up to 1 million?
Right. Back then.
It's very
right?
common, right?
Right.
Yeah, so everybody says, hey, do you think that HDB will go up to 1 million? Now I tell you yes. There are more than
If I remember, there's another project, Punggol Lodge. The loft one.
I think the
Yeah,
penthouse.
the one is special lah. It's only about few units, right?
Yep.
Very few
Yeah,
minutes, but
yeah.
that time, if at the point of time, right, the year I don't know which year, maybe 2013, 2014,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
but their price is already like reaching about 800 plus to 900
Correct.
plus thousand already.
Correct.
That is that time
Yeah.
I remember very clearly like last 5 years loft unit is very hot selling.
That's why now when people ask me, yeah, now is the right time to buy or not, so expensive. But now I can answer you. You see HDB lah. Last time you see, HDB can go up to 1 million man. Now you see lor, more even for this year and July only,
Right.
right? It's already more than 150 units, I think.
100.
The latest one.
Okay.
I forgot already the exact number. Maybe more than 140 or 150 already. Yeah, so it's possible, right?
But okay, I think the even is this possible, there's a good number of people who actually goes in to enter at 1 million.
Yes.
Okay. What is the drawback? Because I just feel that the three of us, right, we have something that is like, if today we want to buy, we will not want to buy HDB. So
Yeah,
what is the disadvantage we are talking about? You know that you guys, okay, doesn't want to.
Actually, I don't mind to buy HDB lah. That's the only thing I concern which is the HDB got a lot of ruling.
HDB got
Yeah.
all right.
After you buy, you need to stay there for at least 5 years, then you can sell. Yeah. So maybe this is not workable for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like 5 years is too long for me.
5 years is too long for
Yeah.
you. All right.
Another thing is within 5 years you cannot buy private property.
Okay.
Yeah, meaning like within these 5 years you only have this property only.
Okay.
Yeah, so for people like who invest in property, may not a good choice. That's why I believe all the $1 million HDB buyers mostly let's say
Right.
is their first house.
Oh, this one is subjective, like,
Most
because
of-
I think the stats wise doesn't
don't have
appear
the
that
stats
way.
right
Yeah.
No, must be the first house, right? If you have other house, you cannot buy HDB.
Or first house as in
Right?
okay.
Yeah, I mean the first. I mean the first house, not like, your life is the first. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, on hand right now at this moment, this is the only house you
Only
have.
house lah, right?
Oh,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So and even now for younger generation, they spend a lot of money on renovation.
Right.
That's why
Okay.
they don't mind old HDBs. Yeah, they can spend hundreds of dollars, to put in, to do the renovation, to make the whole place looks like really nice. Yeah, if you're free, you can go to YouTube. You can see a lot of homeowners they share their renos online.
Right.
Yeah, they make it like really is nice,
Okay.
So maybe in their mind they feel like next time when they sell, right, my unit is like a showroom. Yeah, they make people like you forgot about the age of the property. You forgot about you forgot about everything. You only focus on the unit itself, right? You feel like, oh, this is something I want. This is home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
can
very
I-
emotional.
Can I sum up for your side, bro? It's more to like you will buy a HDB of more than 1 million because of the shock factor.
Possible for me.
Ah.
If you are going to buy something I like, I may go very emotional.
Right.
Yeah, I may
right,
pay for the money for it.
Right.
Yes.
Understand. How about you, Stephanie? How will you feel? Will you actually want to, if today you have the capability, right? Will you actually pay 1 million for a HDB flat?
If I have a choice,
If you have a
and
choice,
if
alright.
I'm eligible for EC or private, I will go for that choice.
Why?
Mm.
Why?
But EC and HDB is also same for 5 years, right? And the pricing wise is almost the same.
Hey, but size leh?
Size leh?
Oh,
Location?
yeah, location, size. EC mostly are don't have a very.
Okay, to me is I won't pay a 1 million for HDB lah. But for EC, because EC is a middle class, I still willing to pay more because I know that in future it will appreciate.
You see, she go for class,
Oh,
HDB
right.
not so.
I mean, you have to plan. Of course, my ultimate goal, if I can buy, I will definitely go for that class first.
Yes.
Then ultimately, when I want to retire, I just go back to HDB.
All right. Okay.
For a bigger space.
Interesting, yeah. Interesting. Because I'm drawn in between the both of you. Okay. So of course, if I want if I want probably size, location, spending a little bit more for my shookness, I will.
Mm-hmm.
But there is another drawback that I am facing today,
Mm-hmm.
which is the appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about appreciation since we are at this topic already lah.
Mm-hmm.
So Steph raised up, nah, I don't think HDB got this appreciation. Okay, what you guys think? Do you think that today I buy a 1 million property? What's next for these property owners? Do you think that they actually will make appreciation?
But do you think the buyers, which is 100 over buyers, when they bought the property over $1 million, are they all going to consider about this?
This is the very interesting part.
Right?
This is the interesting part. So let's say today,
Yeah.
I probably feel that when buying a property, first you must have the shock factor. That then after your needs, you know, you
Yeah.
go into the house, you must feel that, hey, why this house is something that I will buy. Of course, then you will take off with things like, is that your need? I think most of the people will also I would say most are, because sometimes when we talk to buyers, they tell us, hey, I never plan for my exit leh. Okay, but I think nowadays when we are so open in social medias and etc., right, people are more to get educated. So I think exiting is also another plan they be looking at.
Yes.
Okay, so we really want to look at this right now because very interestingly, if today you all bought a 1 million property in a HDB, what do you think is your exit plan? Yeah lor. No choice lah, because one day, okay, we don't care. I think the spectrum can be, today I in my retirees. Okay, if I'm in my retirees, I buy this property at $1 million. I think the next thing is, let's say after that I pass on, I want to give a legacy to my kids So that's one. Or of course, if you are talking about younger crowd, I don't like condo cost too small, because like 1 million I probably can only buy about 800 square feet, 900 square feet. But right now I buy this good location, maybe 2 minutes to MRT station, 1,005, at least 1,005 square feet kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you can see this is the huge contrast But what about if they are the 30 over years old that we mentioned about 𝐦𝐥𝐥𝐢𝐨𝐧? What is his exit plan then?
Actually, for me, if you ask me, I'm the buyer. I will let go about this question.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I feel like I just want to buy something I like. I stay there. I feel like more comfortable. It's very convenient for me and my family.
Right.
You know,
agree.
that's all. I will not go into it to think about how much later.
Okay.
This is something nobody can decide, can give you a correct answer one.
Okay.
Right? Nobody can guarantee you. Let's say, okay, hey Ken, 5 years later I can confirm you can get about 1.5 million. Nobody can do that, so right?
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
So that's why, for people like me, maybe I won't consider.
You stay there until the things happen first.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, Ivan say hi, Ivan. Ivan in the house, alright. Okay, agree with you. Bob, how about you, Stephanie? What's your take about the exit plan?
If I were to buy the 1 million.
Yep.
She doesn't want to buy what?
She won't buy.
She already tell you
Even if I want to buy, I think I'll stay there until maybe I want to retire, then I'll think about selling.
So can we all come to a consensus, right, guys? Is that at the end of the day, we are unlikely going to, if today you buy 1 million property, 1 million HDB house, okay, you probably will not get appreciation. I think this is 90% of our true facts. I don't see that.
Unless all the district price really increase like crazy, then you might have a chance lah.
Okay, then we go to the next question really. Okay, today I like to ask many questions. How will it be sustainable? Do you think that it's going to be sustainable? Because the actual fact that, hey, all this, okay, now already, last time you have the first one, people will say, lucky. Then you have 5 on the same area, then you're like, oh, okay, maybe it's possible. Now this year already 124.
Yeah.
Plus, last time I think easily 200, close to 200 units already, but.
Yeah, last 20 years is more than about 400 already. Last
more,
20 years.
Great. More than 400. So moving forward, what do you think? Do you think that the government will come and step in? That's one. Or do we? How will you feel? How you feel? What's the government going to do, and what is it moving forward? Will there be more cases of 1 million property popping up?
Actually, for in every market, for property price increase, let's say oftenly, but very low percentage, very
Right.
healthy, then actually it's good for the market, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, when I see a property price standard for 10 years, that's dangerous,
Okay.
right? Let's say today you bought a property at 1 million. Let's see, 10 or 15 years later, still 1 million, right?
Alright.
It's more dangerous. That's why property price increase is a good sign, but we don't want the price to jump overnight. Yeah, it's unhealthy. Yeah, just like some other countries. Yeah,
Right.
the price up and down, you know.
Like our H, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I think property price increase accordingly, follow the market, follow the economic, is good actually. Yeah, for us like it's less risk also.
Understand.
Yeah.
I think likewise. I will feel that there might be control coming very very soon.
There's a guess.
There are rumors.
There are rumors. Yeah.
Why I say that? Okay. I do not know whether is it a substantial backing. Okay, but I mean I think last year was our GE general election,
Last year, man.
or the year before. Last year.
Last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
COVID
Yeah, after COVID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
So it was our GE.
After,
So I think
after lockdown, yeah.
I think most of the time right that they are putting on the table as such is public housing is being put on the call for this basis. I think a lot of opposition parties is raising the fact that hey, HDB prices are going on the high. Yes, and they want to make it a very sustainable. I think at the point of time, the property market was a bit held up because why I say held up, when such comments are being made. Okay, which means the governments are might be looking at certain things because we come in two column, public housing, and we are talking about private housing. So private housing, as of now, there is no much of of course, that I will go and leave it aside for maybe the next topic itself. But during the GE, nothing is being talked about. Oh, the prices down there is too high or etc. But opposition party has been saying that or trying to bring up a case whereby hey, public housing is expensive. Okay, and of course after that, there's articles, reports, whatever reports saying that hey, there might be curbs here and there. Okay, my thing is I feel okay, especially towards my next generation, our kids, they will feel the pressure because right now you already see outcome going at $1 million. Okay, I think very soon each district will have their first million coming up.
Might be.
You mean it's too fast lah, maybe.
Maybe it's too fast. I think if it's going to escalate at a faster pace, then I think the government body might be looking and to pull it down to a very substantial part. Because let's take a look. I think 3-4 years ago, last time we used to have valuation. If we transact NGTV, so valuer would 100% valuer will come down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you mean that the time when owner can apply for sale
No,
valuation?
I mean last time we
4
sell
years ago.
HDB houses, the valuer will come down to
Definitely will
to
come
the
down.
valuation. Compared to nowadays, a lot of transaction which is without the valuer come down, the valuation approve at what kind of price
Yes.
from
Okay.
HDB side.
So right now the stand is I must agree on the selling price. If today I'm a seller, I agree on the selling price. Then let's say you're the buyer, you will actually use my OTP to do a valuation. Okay.
Oh, but more than 4 years already. It's quite long already.
4 years.
More than 4 years, man. More than that lah.
Wait, coming So
It's
when you
okay.
do the valuation at the time,
Yeah.
then it will at the discretion of HDB
Yeah.
whether do they want to send a valuer down. So HDB feels that if today my selling price is something very reasonable, alright, HDB will just match the valuation.
Yes.
That 4 years ago lah, because before that, valuer 100% have to come down.
Yes, that's right.
Right
yes.
now is subject to valuer,
Yeah.
down to HDB itself.
Correct.
So I feel there's a certain control from HDB because again they want to make it affordable. They only send valuer down only on two circumstances. Either the price too high or the price too low. So they want to understand
Also have another, which is no transactions in the area.
Yes, okay, of course.
Yes.
So especially those like 5 years MOP flats itself, then they will send valuers down.
Yes.
But I can feel that the government's the HDB sites are trying to control the prices. Because they put it as such, they are trying to let you know probably like, hey, I don't send any valuer down, means that your price is within range, we are able to accept.
Yes.
Yes. So this is the thing that I feel that controls will be there. If too much of a 1 million property, even more controls will have to come in. Because if not, like I say, our kids will have to pay maybe a 5-room flat in Tampines, $1 million.
Yeah. But right now the 1 million property how many HDB transacted in a year? Every year, roughly.
Wow.
30,000-40,000.
I see, I can check.
1 year.
1 year.
40,000, right? Not for resale.
For resale.
Yeah. Maybe it's resale, but maybe it's just about 30,000-40,000.
Maybe half of it. Because of the vinegar duster that time is very hot. And right recently there's another MOP nearer to Ridgehill or Queenstown that area also transacting over 1 million.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what the $100 over $1 million HDB, right? Out of the total sales, it's still maybe less than 1%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right. So I feel like still okay lah.
Yeah. Okay.
Government already tightened for the CPF usage already, right?
CPF usage.
Yeah, for younger generation.
Then that one is only happen when the property is very very old.
Yeah.
And then age of the buyer based on the youngest.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean that one unless the estate is very old lah.
Okay, I just get some data from HDB. So in year 2020, a total of 24,748
resale, right?
Yes, resale flats was sold from 1 room all the way to executive lah.
Yeah. So about less than 1% okay lah.
Less than 1%.
Yeah, still okay lah. I feel like.
But that's why you see moving on if there is, let's say today your estate, suddenly you are saying, assuming that we are saying HDB, your neighbors are already commanding such prices. Where do we market our unit? Is it close by?
Okay.
Will you be like, you see, right now, example, beside your neighbor tell you, hey, I just sold my unit 1.1 for HDB.
Yeah.
How will you see if you are owner or the neighbor of that 1.1 mil?
Good.
Good.
Good. Why?
Then I will sell above 1.1 more.
Yeah, correct.
Cannot be lower.
Yeah, I can sell 1.2.
Will you sell lower?
Yeah, no, definitely no.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Why?
It's already a benchmark.
Then if that's the case, right? If those who
that's why you see, that's why property price went up. All the price are decided by buyer.
Actually true.
Yes, then the buyer come to this view the unit, right? They also know the neighbor sold at 1.1. So they don't mind to pay 1.12, right?
True.
They don't mind to pay 20,000 more,
Maybe.
It makes sense, right?
True.
Yeah, that's why then the price up lah.
The price up.
What if the transaction price was like on the 18th floor, but you're staying on the 10th floor?
Okay, most of the time
then you sell 1 million because the 118 floor 1.1 lah. Then
the seller won't say that one. The seller will say maybe it's the floor, maybe it's the one original leh. You see my one so nice, so right.
Every time I will make all this, of course seller they have the mindset. 楼上卖这样子，所以我应该要卖这样子。
So that's why I never ever share this with my seller one.
Right.
I know it's a true bad one.
The seller will tell you.
Yeah, that's why we don't need to argue with them. They agree. Yes, you're right. Yeah, they may right, you know.
Right.
Yeah, we also don't know whether the high floor is the original or renovated, right? And that's why. Yeah.
Okay, so in the meantime, right, maybe what y'all can do for us, I know there's viewers around with us, okay? Y'all can also share with us what y'all feel about this 1 million property on HDB itself, okay? Or you can actually ask us more questions. We will post over here, you know.
No question one.
Have.
No question.
Wait up. So y'all can ask about questions on this, okay? Then we can also answer
Or
back.
maybe you have bring your client to buy a 1 million property HDB. Can share with us your story.
I want to get 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸
220.
Yep.
No, I think before last year lah. Before last year, I think probably HDB price standing for 3 years already.
Standard for few.
For
Before COVID lah. Before COVID.
I think last year CB the HDB price still okay
Last year.
CB.
After CB or
I
before CB?
conducting the Zoom viewing, right? I
Yep.
use the virtual viewing, right? At the time, the price still like quite. It's almost same as last year, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So only after CB, then suddenly the price
Correct.
shoot up.
Actually, it's after
Yeah.
CB.
Also due to some reason because of last year a lot of BTO buyers they withdraw.
Do you think that actually affects?
Definitely yes.
Why then?
Okay, firstly the people withdraw, right? Are they still buying?
They will.
Then what are they going to buy?
Okay.
Resale?
Yes.
But you see, this will be the price difference itself. Because even today, we are talking about the most expensive HDB for BTO. Probably 600,000. Okay, so with the same area, okay, right now I need to pay almost another 400,000 in order for me to get a resale house. Older, no doubt bigger, location might be better, but I need to pay extra 400,000. Which means
400. Not really 400 lah. You see, 400 is already $1 million already.
correct.
This is only 1% only. Still got other choices, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I give you because we need to go location. Because I use the most expensive BTO. So if I use like example the recent one, Bukit Merah, which one was oversubscribed? Kovan was oversubscribed. I think there's a Bukit Merah.
Red Hill, right?
Red Hill.
Yeah.
So if I will use Red Hill pricing, then definitely I will need to use a Red Hill resale.
Red Hill 4 room easily now resale easily about 800 for the
Around
newer, right? 800, right? So
At least a 300,000.
so they pay about 200 over 1,000. Yeah,
Mhm.
to top up for the difference.
So will
But
200.
let's say like you take about 200,000, right? You need to wait for 5 years
Okay.
to get your compared to BTO compared to resale. Resale 3 months. It's about 3-4 months. You can get the key. You can move in already.
Okay.
Then the MOP is starting from the date of completion, right? If you buy BTO, you need to now government say, probably you need to wait for at least 5 years.
To build lah.
Yeah,
To build.
right.
Alright.
So plus another 5 years MOP.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. So are the 10 years worth for
The wait.
200K only?
Oh, okay. Wait, now we got a very interesting question from Suen. She mentioned she's Malaysian, not familiar with Singapore property. Just started to look at the condos. The Singapore property prices very jialat. I see and sweat. Well, now you tell me HDB above 1 mil. May I know what is the size of the HDB at the 1 mil? I think
Got 2 sizes lah. One is
Yeah.
one is a newer one, one is a very old one.
The
Yeah.
newer one maybe is about 92, about 4 room, 92, 94.
5 room lah. You mostly have 5 room.
Sorry,
Oh,
5
5
room.
Yeah. So above
Maybe.
110 square meter
110
above.
square
Yeah,
meter.
110
The typical
1 above
layout.
lah.
correct.
Yeah.
Typical layout, yeah.
Then for the older one, they may have 175, 176, 177.
But for Suen, I can give you assurance. One thing for the Singapore property market, I do understand that it's a very shocking thing because, like I say, this few months has been something phenomenal because so many things happening, and these are unexpected things, but this will be the next norm.
Yes.
This is the next norm. So you're gonna ask me, will this HDB going forward, will there be? I think it's already driven to the fact that we as Singaporeans, we will understand that it is possible. It is possible, and moving forward, it will be even more possible. Okay, so for your case, I am very assured you are in the good hands of a very good router who is going to help you through this, alright?
Yeah.
Because he is the one who trained all of us over here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Right now, your situation is like you are standing in one side of the line. Yeah.
Okay,
so,
okay.
So you know the opposite side, they're very happy. They're all sellers, what? The buyer, right? The other side is buy sellers. Yeah, they're very happy. See, now my property is worth so high value. You know, that's why even the HDB also push the resale private price up.
Correct.
Yeah.
True.
Recently, I just closed one deal. Yeah. It's the property is about 18 years old in 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, last time we market 900, asking 900,000.
900.
Wow.
Yes, but the time the transaction only about 840, 850,
Right.
right? Then come back now and I market again just recently, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it was remarket again.
Yeah, so we renting out for 3 or 2.5 years, 2 years.
Okay.
Okay, so now we market again. I sold the place within 2 weeks.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
fast.
you guess how much I sold?
940.
1 million.
960.
Wow.
So you know during the 2 years we have 2 years rental, right?
Right.
Then
Yeah.
plus difference is about 110, 120
Right.
difference.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like really it's a market.
Your landlord must be, your owner must be very happy.
Very, very happy.
Mm.
Yeah, buy 8 tar for me.
Right.
Yeah, very, very happy.
Well, hey, this one we should talk about.
Yeah.
How to treat your real estate agent nicely.
Yeah.
We should have this topic.
Yeah, every time I call her, she's so nice to talk to me. She every time she say, hey Bob, good job, good job. Yeah. Because last time I tell her to stop market.
Right.
Yeah, I tell her, I say, hey, I think we just go for rental first. Yeah, because I work out for some financial everything extra, right? I say it's not a good time because right now the price is really it's something you don't want. We don't need to waste time one.
Right.
I think
Right.
it's also important the holding power. If you can hold the property, you can exit anytime if you think the market is right. Right? Like
Yes.
know what Bob have done for
Yes.
the owner.
Because she already missed the time which is the property the highest price which is in 2011.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
At the time which is the property went up, the highest should be about 1 million.
Right.
Yeah, she missed the time. People
Wow.
always like that one. I always miss the
Almost
highest.
10 years.
Then come to like even 900. I feel like wow,
Queer.
no leh, cannot lah, you know.
But in paper, she still gain, right?
Yes, definitely. She's the second owner. She bought only about 600 plus.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
On paper, she still gain, but
Yes.
in the mentality, she already that, 我在亏了，因
Yes.
为之前呢 can sell
Correct,
at a higher
correct.
price.
Yeah, but everything got two sides lah. Every coin got two sides because if she sold the place at 2018 or 19, I know there's a 100,000 difference of the profit, right? But at the time, she put in the money to another property,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yes, she may profit more than 100k
Okay.
compared to the current situation. Yeah, this is something which you get from money from here, then you lose at the other side. Yeah, so actually nothing is wrong with any decisions. Just a time.
Correct.
Yeah. Even now the property market you see it's good, right? Even for sellers you can sell at high price, but some of the sellers will ask you, wow, you ask me to sell then if I sell and buy also expensive.
Right.
Makes sense, Makes
Right,
sense.
true, right? So all depends on your planning. If let's say you're upgrading, I don't mind you just sell and buy because you buy at something with a higher value. If you downgrade, then really maybe no point lah. If you're not in a hurry,
Great.
yeah.
Depends depends on the property, how the current property. If they
That's why
want to
all
cash
depends on
out,
the situation.
yeah. If
Yes.
they want to cash out, I think it's still doable.
Yeah lah, correct.
But if you're going to ask, I mean, if coming from my perspective, right, very. I think we'll go back to the first few lines that we do. When is the best time to go into a property? You know, everybody will be asking that.
Best
Yeah.
time. I don't think. Okay, to me is there's no best time when to buy, when to sell. To me is depends on the situation that each of the client are facing. You know. Because right now, if you ask me 1 year ago during COVID, right, we also have had time selling HDB. Those original totally cannot make it one, you have to sell at a very low price.
Correct.
Yeah.
In order to get the buyer coming.
Yeah.
But 1 year later, you see original condition, people snatch. Right?
Yeah, you even got COV like now.
And
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
my customer that time have to sell? Because being pressurized by the BTO. Because BTO key is there, but they cannot get the key.
Why?
Because they need to sell off, huh?
Ah, yeah.
So if you ask me, there's no right or correct time to enter or to sell.
Yeah.
You see, if they can wait, then let's say example, if their BTO keys can delay another 1 year, things is very different already.
Recently, I meet one seller. She just got the BTO. She's got the key already, right? So she got timeline, which is about now. HDB gives them about 6 months to sell the property, right?
Right.
People always like, okay, when we talk about the sales of their existing property. Yeah, she, hey Bob, right now the market is very good. I say good, yes, it's a good time for you to sell.
Right.
But they asked me, can I hold for a while for another 3 months? May better.
Be better. Wow.
Yeah, may better, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was your answer to them.
I see, yes, maybe. You see, may better. It's not confirmed, not 100%, right? Because we know every in this market, right, the market is up and down, right? We won't know when is the peak,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Then let's see if it really happens like 3 months later, the price drop.
Okay.
What will happen to you? You
Then,
you still need to sell, right?
then she have to follow the price, no?
Yes.
Yeah, lor.
That's why I suggest some see. You know, right now is a good market, then you should do now.
Okay.
If you know where is the pay, right, then you won't be someone like you as you now like this,
风
you know.
水大师。
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So you can do something else already. It's so厉害, you know, right?
True.
Okay.
True.
Yeah. So for this kind of question, you know,
Okay.
I
Interesting.
yeah.
Because recently I also met a seller. She also gotten her BTO, so start to renovate. So it's a 4-room flat in okay lah, in Tampines, quite central, but it's not very central. I think still about 8 minutes walk. So she told me that now I want to sell at least 550. But the transaction over there is like maybe the highest 500. So I told her, 550 right now it's very tough leh. But she said she don't mind, she have got 6 months. 6 months I got 6个月的时间 to
That's
找
why lah.
buyer 嘛 and the property news every time say that every quarter plus increase, so I think can hit the pricing.
It's human People always like that, but I tell you, they never face the set. You know, that's why you see at the time I share my story, right, in Sembawang got a lot of EC, right? Then,
Yes.
then with the people collect the key for the EC at the time, which is property market really bad.
Okay.
You know, those are people like, because of a lot. Okay, most of the buyers are from Sembawang itself. That's why after the EC TOP, a lot of buyers came into the market.
Right.
Because most of buyers are, you know, their residents in Sembawang. Yeah, so it's very competitive. Then at the time, the HDB price is not good also.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know, when market down, people like more urgent. They say, I must sell now. Later, maybe
The price will drop again.
yeah, drop again.
Right.
That's why. But when price up, people always think like, yeah,
I
wait lah,
feel
now
very
wait lah, yeah, up and up one
Very common.
Yeah,
very common.
right. So that's why when especially us right, property agents, we in the market with let's say more than we two are more than 10 years already. Yeah. So at least we passed one.
We two combined more than 10 years. She alone more than 10 years.
Then
Then like that we 20 years already.
yes. No, you like more than 10 years. Meaning like we already past one
Property cycle,
property
right.
cycle already.
Mm.
We know the price is up and down, but there's not at that point which is when it is up, when it's down, when it will be down. Right.
Correct.
So we only have to the only thing we can work out, which is we can use all the data, all the numbers to work out what kind of price this market is right,
Mm.
whether meet your expectation,
Right.
right? So
Okay.
we cannot depends on tomorrow's price. Tomorrow may up, but may down.
I like your this because I think the right now the current market I believe everybody will agree with me.
Yeah.
Uptrend.
Yeah.
Uptrend. But it doesn't happen. This is not forecasted
Yes.
because right now is everybody was thinking that COVID prices goes down, supplies goes down, everything goes down.
Yeah.
But apparently it goes opposite.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So it was also a case whereby I think we are also taken aback, even as us as Asian, because most of the time, okay, I think I'm being trained myself. I'm being trained in a very cold market.
Mm.
So when markets are not doing well, we will need to work harder, hard work itself. But when a hot market like right now, right, wow, there is a different adversity that I need to go through because right now our market, everybody the pace is going too fast. You don't catch it, next moment it's gone. You
Yes.
don't catch it, next moment it's
Yes.
gone. Right.
Yeah.
Last time we used to have a lot of, I think once a week easily, owners calling us. Hey, I know you guys are working very strongly in Tampines. I need English. Now don't have.
Yeah.
Because
Now no.
owner, your whole got unit straight away market. I think within 1.5 months, pump.
Yeah, very fast one.
Only 1 month, I think.
Yeah. Now everything can go on.
Yeah. Then like what Stephanie mentioned, we recently also closed one Tampines one. 550. End up we conclude at 530. Valuation turned out to be 500,000. 30K COV.
And the buyer is willing to pay.
Yeah, that's
And
why.
it's a very young couple.
Yeah.
I was like, so shocking. Oh, okay.
So
Right.
we need to change our mind also.
Correct. We need to change our
The
mind.
buyer is very cool. Oh, okay,
Yes.
like that lor.
Really that now everything can go on. Yeah.
Anything.
Really everything there. Last time last time you can see a lot of agents have they are posting something which is why HDB property cannot sell within 6 months, all those sort of things come out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago lah.
Yeah, so you see the circle is just 2 years ago It's a big change. Yeah.
But of course, right now, property market is very hot. Everybody is rushing, to buy, to sell. Of course, depends on the needs and wants that the buyer is looking at. So the recently I post one, right. I did ask the buyer, what makes you want to offer this kind of price? Although I'm the seller agent, but I also want to understand buyers' behavior. So he shared with me that they cannot get BTO.
Yeah, you see lah. Then a lot, I tell you.
It means they apply a lot, they cannot apply.
Yes.
Cannot
They
get a BTO, so they give up.
Then some more they receive the news from HDB, let's say at least 5 years. They need to
Yeah.
wait.
Right now, everybody's
Then
5 years.
last time they still want to try,
Yeah.
They want to
3
try
years,
every 3 or 6 months they can try a
Yes.
new BTO, right? But now they see 5 years, then makes them give up.
Then they are saying that they also thought of like going to R&M, settle down.
Yeah.
Because I think the wife is very young, 27.
Yeah.
Like that. If they want to wait for the BTO 5 years, that is like how old?
Cannot lah.
女孩子的年龄是很危险的。如果你 35 years old 你要去生孩子，哇
No 啦，
，no strength at all.
他孩子都可以读小学了咯，5 years 嘞。
对。
Yeah.
So that's why he said that he looked around a lot of property. He went to Bishan, Queenstown, that area. But of course, location is good, but he's not willing. Of course, he's not willing to pay that kind of price lah. He told me.
You see, that's why you see everybody see property price is so expensive.
Right.
Then
But
when
you-
he saw my listing,
But you know nowadays even for 80s already 40 years old already.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
True,
Or
true, true.
80s, who's
Right.
80s here? I'm
So-
90s
so-
here.
So
We are 90s. All
Yeah.
90s. Ah.
so we talk about 90s.
Ah.
Now 90s is 30 years, 31 years old already.
Correct.
Now
Yeah,
now
yeah.
the 90s the income compared to compared to the 80s when they have their first job,
Yep.
you know, the pay increased a lot.
Correct.
Of
Inflation
course,
mark.
yeah.
Their buying power is very strong, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why just now you work out, right? If you want to buy a 1 million HDB, your without other loan on hand, your combined income at least need to about 12,000,
12,000.
right? So divide by 2, which is 6,000 each,
Mm.
right?
Correct.
Actually, you know now for fresh graduate, right? Let's see in finance, you think you can get about $4,000,
$4,000.
Yeah, for
Oh,
new
is
for
it?
new graduate. Yeah, then
Should be there.
so another 3 or 4 years, then plus minus they can reach.
Mm.
Pay increment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, so means like right now the younger generations their buying power is stronger than last time.
Agree? I agree.
Yeah, it's
with
also a reason,
you.
right? Because I remember my time, right? Graduate from even from U lah, from university, engineering. It's about $3,000, you know.
Oh.
2009, $3,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
That-
but now you see,
Now-
it's totally different.
Yeah. Now you earn 300,000 a month.
Well, I also want, yeah.
Yeah.
But this morning I went to the ceremony.
Right.
Yeah. But I went there. I saw a lot of my colleagues.
Right.
Yeah. They share their own stories. Then I feel like, yeah, that's why sometimes we need to break through. We need to open our mind.
Correct.
Yeah, even for you guys for buyers and sellers, right? You need to open your mind to work out with your agents or your family members,
Right.
have a discussion. You know, what's the direction you want to go? It's not like last time. You know, okay, it's very common in Singapore actually. People's mindset mostly you see. Okay, graduate. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
find another one, find your half day, right? Then marry,
Yeah.
then buy,
Yeah.
apply HDB, apply
True.
BTO,
True.
right? These are only
Typical
choice for
lah,
you.
typical, yes,
Yeah,
correct.
Singaporean what?
even for some families, they are okay leh. They are quite,
Well to do.
they're quite the financial is quite okay one.
I agree. At the
Yeah,
time
they
we
even
also
they also
buy.
suggest their kids, okay, apply BTO,
Yeah.
go for this way. Okay, this is Papa Mama. Last time the story you must go. You see now we have condo
Correct.
already.
Correct.
But cannot leh. Now it's different because now the now the even I see now in the now society
Right.
even for people working on
Ah.
the street, the speed is faster than last time also.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
So it's different already, different year, different
Different era.
yes. So yeah, somebody look at us.
No,
Yeah.
I thought we got queue, like got
Yeah.
question or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing.
No lah.
Yeah, so that's why BTO no longer your first choice.
I think those who have read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, by have you all read before?
I read the cover page only.
Right.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
is Rich
So
Dad
so they have this very interesting thing. It's called rat race.
Mm.
Okay. So in order to get your financial freedom, you must get yourself out of the rat race.
Mm.
If you ask me, if those who have read this book, I think going through the cycle of a BTO, going through the cycle of BTO, then you slowly upgrade, right?
Mm.
I would say it's a rat race
Yeah.
because sometimes or not because of our capability, you can skip the BTO, but we revise the whole thing. I always share this with my client. Why not you revise? Okay, start with a condo because right now you are young, you are able to afford. Okay, then the last one, right, close to retirement. Why not you go and get a BTO?
That's why you have to reshuffle the things, right? The sequence different. That's why I always ask.
Yep.
That's why I ask some clients say, hey, you are afraid you cannot stay in a HDB, man?
Okay, good one.
Right.
True.
Yeah, always the circle which is you need to shorter your
Journey.
journey
Yep.
to get everything done. You know. Sometimes you go for BTO, which is like always the story. You can see. Okay, you wait for 5 years, you stay for another 5 years, then you upgrade to condo. It's already 10 years later, right? Then you need to save money, work hard for your condo, right? Maybe from the small condo you need to upgrade to another bigger condo. You still need to work. You mean your whole life is very busy one, you know? Right? You always work for your house, property, or other things.
Okay.
Just now can share already. If you go for the other way, maybe you start with the EC or let's say
condo.
OCR condo.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, maybe resale lah. Maybe not only brand, maybe resale, right? Then you start from there. If you have the affordability lah,
Right.
You start from there. Then from resale condo, then you go for another condo, bigger condo, another one, right? Yeah, maybe you upgrade just like 2 times. You can reach something which is, you know, you parallel to the other one, which is let's say your
almost the same.
yeah, almost
halfway,
yeah,
right?
almost the same thing you stay, but at the time, the guy is still working hard for the house. Yeah, because they're upgrading. Yeah, but at the time you can consider you can buy back HDB.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, 1 hour is very fast pass. Okay, we will open up to the floor. Is there anyone with other questions? Okay, do post it to us. All right, or we will in a short while, in another a couple of minutes, then we might want to end this off lah. So
Yeah.
I think very interesting topic. Back to our topic today, because 1 million HDB moving forward, like I say, it's going to be very interesting because like I say, it will not stop. It will definitely still ongoing because so many things, so many factors. After all our discussion today, this will still goes on.
Yeah.
All right, but I think coming back, I will also want to see how does the government will do to make it affordable for our next generation. Any conclusion word from the two of you? What conclusion? Like ending of this topic,
So we all have different thinking. I see.
Yep.
For me, I feel like if you like it, just buy. Yeah.
There's no right time or good time or bad time, you know. If you think that, today you need a property over the roof, you just go and buy, But of
Yeah.
course, you need to have a good consultant to consult you lah. For the first property, I think
Correct.
is very important. Yeah.
Right, very very true. Like I say, I think this is where we share our journey, how we feel on a very broad macro basis lah.
Yeah.
So if you want micro basis whereby you want, do reach out to a agent. Okay, sometimes you can sit 1 or 2, all right, to hear out what is their opinions on things. Then from there you see which one is more comfortable for your pace lah. Because again, everyone our risk factors so different
Yes.
lah.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions before we can call it for today? Or anything the both of you want to add on?
Any normal lah.
If not, I need to move my butt closer to the computer and then press the end live.
Okay lah.
All right. We see you next week. Bye bye.